Hey, brothers and sisters, thank you again for taking the time to tap into the CloudCity Converse podcast. I have been really excited about the response I'm getting from all the episodes we recorded so far. We made it through 7 episodes thus far, but out of all the 7, I'll be honest with you, I've really been anticipating this opportunity this time to bring to you the 8th episode because it's Olympic time and everything is going on really cool. There's so many crazy things going on in the world, and the Olympics is one awesome distraction to talk about athleticism and see people just really push themselves beyond normal feats. And it's really exciting for me. And it's a time to kind of get back to a little bit of normalcy. And that being said, I have the blessed opportunity to talk with my friend. I consider him a friend. I hope he considers me likewise. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the CloudCity Converse, my friend, Mr. Tomas Seeger. And boom, there he is. There's Thomas. I got you in frame, brother. How you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure. I've been looking forward to this for a while. And I know that you and we've been coordinating this, trying to get it set up for a while too. And I'm glad to interview you. And it's kind of cool the way the timing worked out, because we tried a few times and we couldn't get it set up because of your busy schedule and my schedule too. But now that we're in Olympic season, and I wanted to talk to you about your experience as a Special Olympian and whatever you want to share about the Special Olympics. I don't think that being a good podcast host is letting myself talk versus letting my guests share what's on their heart. So any questions that come up, because again, we're unscripted, unfiltered, and unapologetic. So if there's any topics you want to bring up, let's talk about them, dude. We didn't talk about any of this stuff ahead of time. I'm just excited to have a conversation with you.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk, if we can. I mean, I'll set it up a little bit. It is Olympic time. Have you been watching any of the Olympics?
Actually, today I watched the female powerlifting.
Oh, see, that's funny because over the weekend I caught judo, and it was like Japan against France, which was really crazy. I caught the powerlifting. It was the men's powerlifting over the weekend. A little bit of beach volleyball, and there was one other one that I caught with my granddaughter, and it was just so cool to watch. Are you into powerlifting?
Yeah, I've done powerlifting for 3 years at the Special Olympics.
Wow. How did you get involved with that?
Just another friend from another sport said, hey, come give powerlifting a try.
Wow. So you've been powerlifting for 3 years. Did you do any like weight training and stuff like that when you were in high school?
Just a little bit, but then once we got into like Special Olympics, the weight training was very hard at first, and then we got used to it.
Oh, I bet. So how did you, so talk about weightlifting and stuff like that. What other type of sports or physical activities have you been into since you were a little guy?
I've always played baseball, and then we played Special Olympic softball, soccer, and then I was also a wrestler in high school.
Oh, so you actually wrestled. That's really cool because, see, being from Southern California, wrestling wasn't as popular in Southern California as it is here in the Pacific Northwest. Are you born and raised here in the Portland area?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. And Lincoln High School?
Madison High School.
Madison. Oh, I was close. I should have done my research. So party foul on me.
It's okay, because I live right close to Lincoln.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So what type of athletic stuff did you do when you were in high school in Madison? Baseball and wrestling?
Yes.
Baseball and wrestling. Cool. No football for you?
No, not. I mean, like, I was more of a helper of the football team. I was more of a manager.
Okay, dope. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me about, if you can, tell me a little bit about how you got introduced to the Special Olympics and what it's like for practicing and anything you want to share about it, because I don't think a lot of people really might know a lot about Special Olympics, right? And I think that we could shine a little bit of light and bring up some awareness about it.
Yeah, so I got into Special Olympics in middle school.
Okay.
I had a friend come up to me and was like, yeah, I got basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, basketball? He goes, yeah, I play basketball for the Special Olympics. And then I was like, oh, okay. So I went out and I gave it a try.
Mm-hmm.
And we're playing basketball. And I played basketball with them for probably a good 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and then on we did track and field.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then on we played softball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then from softball, yeah, because I always want to give a new sport always a chance.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Is that what led you to powerlifting? Because generally when I think about, because again, I played football, I ran track, stuff like that. I wish I played baseball. I was never any good at basketball. Still not any good at basketball. Still can't even dribble with my right hand, so I'm not very good. I don't think I'll ever be good at basketball. I need to let that one go. But in track and field, I ran when I was in middle school, I ran the hurdles. I wasn't very good at that, in all honesty. And then when I got to high school, I ran distance, and I realized I didn't like running long distances. So in 10th grade, I tried to do the pole vault. So I started doing the pole vault, and that was a lot of fun because I think I was just crazy enough to run down the ramp with a long stick in my hand and throw myself into the air and then fall on a mat. And I had a lot of fun doing that. But that was pretty much it for me for athletic. And then I started training in self-defense and now in wrestling. But in your journey, getting into the Special Olympics, you mentioned track and field. What type of track and field events did you participate in? And what type of stuff do you like to watch?
I was morely doing the sprinting competitions.
Excellent. 100 or 200?
The 100, 200, and then I was on the relay team.
Okay, Tomas Seeger, I see you. Wheels.
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling you Wheels when I see you at the next wrestling show. So what about any hurdles? Any hurdle events or anything like that, or that wasn't your jam?
Well, I did hurdles my senior year of high school.
Okay.
Because, I just decided to do track and field my senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the 300 hurdles, and I totally just, how can I say? I biffed it and just all right, this is not for me.
Not for me, okay. It's funny because I mentioned running the long distance stuff, and in my 9th grade year, I started with the mile, right? The mile. And it wasn't terrible. My first race, I came in second. And my last race, I came in when they were setting up the hurdles, which means I came in dead last. I had to run around the hurdles while they were setting them up because I was about as last. And I was like, yeah, I don't really think this one is for me. I better try something else. And that's what led me to the pole vault. And that was a lot of fun. So you said that for the Special Olympics, you've been training and competing for about 3 years. Is that right?
Yeah, and I've been competing I would say I've been part of the Special Olympics for 13 years now.
Oh, wow. 13 years. Okay, cool. And competing for 3, or do I have that correct?
I've been competing because I know I took a year off.
Okay.
So I've maybe been competing for 13 years now.
Wow, 13 years. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And have you had the opportunity to travel different areas? Where are the track meets? If I wanted to go and support, how can I do that? If people that are listening and watching want to come and support the local Special Olympics, how do we do that?
Yeah, so we usually have our competitions at Park Rose High School.
Okay, awesome. Park Rose in Portland.
Yeah, and then usually they change the areas. So 1 year we had it at Oregon State, and then
nice.
Yeah, another year we had it at Roseburg High School.
Okay. Ooh, that's far.
Yeah.
How was that trip getting way out to Roseburg?
It was long.
It was long. Yeah, it's a long trip.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if people want to support the Special Olympics website, or is it a Facebook or Instagram page? How can people kind of get involved, and what kind of support do you think the athletes would appreciate, I guess, is a good question.
Uh, Donations.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
and definitely volunteers. We always will take volunteers.
Okay. Cool. 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 Is
Yeah,
it
you can sign up at soar.org.
SOAR?
Yeah,
What I'll do,
SOOR .org.
SOOR.org. Okay, what I'll do is I'll put a placard at the end of the closing credits with contact information and your social media if you're cool with people connecting with you on that way. Same way that I did at the end of the Rebel Kell interview that you saw, so people could follow you and keep up. I want to talk a little bit, if you're okay with it, about what it's like, not just competing in the Special Olympics, but the world is so crazy right now, right? With COVID, you and I, we haven't seen each other since, I want to say it was probably that last Prestige show in Portland.
Yeah.
I think it was close to your birthday, give or take. I can't remember because I just know that you and I both had on Mike Santiago Tacoma Heater t-shirts, and we took that pretty cool picture together. I'll post that picture at the end. I think I had on the black one and you had on the red one, and I think that was pretty dope. But what have you been doing, since the pandemic started, and keeping yourself active and things of that nature, since we all been kind of like in this crazy world of COVID-19?
Well, I was working at the movie theater, and then once COVID happened, I got laid off.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, so like I had to work, so I definitely did a lot of entrepreneur job. Well, not really entrepreneur, but I was like a security guard for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then I worked at Fred Meyer's for a couple of weeks.
Okay. Keeping busy and staying out of trouble. That's good.
Yeah.
So.
And then Special Olympics had what was called web sports. So like what you did was you'd like do like a mile walk.
Okay.
And then like time yourself.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then they had like virtual stuff going on too. Like they had Zoom classes where they had like workouts.
Oh, okay. So you're able to keep yourself active and keep yourself in shape so that when you're able to compete again, you're ready.
Absolutely.
Nice. That's really cool. It's funny you mentioned, I never knew that you worked at the movie theater, because I worked at the movie theater back in California before I left for college. And goodness, I think I was like the doorman, and then I worked the ticket booth and concessions, and then up into the projection booth, and an usher, of course. And that was a lot of fun. I really had a lot of fun working in the movie theater. All the free popcorn you could eat, right? And all the sodas. That was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. As of now, we're in August, and it looks like, unfortunately, potentially coronavirus cases are going back up in the state of Oregon and in Washington. Are there plans in the works right now for any Special Olympics events this summer?
Yes, we are actually planning like this fall for like actual like in-person competitions.
Oh, nice. Okay, so in the fall when things kind of cool off, that'll be cool. Yeah. So I want to talk about powerlifting. How did you get into powerlifting? That's really neat.
So a friend of mine was doing it, and like he actually went to like New Jersey and competed in the World Games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a goal for you to do something like that?
The World Games will definitely be like something that I would love to do. But like as of right now, I'm just focusing on me and just one day at a time.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good man. What type of actual lifts do you do in your powerlifting?
We do the squat, the deadlift, and the bench.
Squat,
press.
Deadlift, and bench. What are your numbers? You want to share your numbers with anybody?
250 on the deadlift.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
215 on the squat.
Okay.
And then the bench was like 180.
Man, that's nothing to that's something to be seriously proud about. That's nothing to sneeze at, because bench press is not easy. Squat's definitely not easy. And the deadlift, I'm learning very quickly that, people can deadlift a whole lot of stuff, and it doesn't depend on like how strong you look, but it's really all about technique. Is that true?
That is very true, yes.
Okay. So for the numbers that you quoted me, where does that put you? Like, is that like that sounds like you're probably your PR, your personal best. Is that like in within a range bracket of, to the top or the middle of the group that you would work in, or are you just
Uh,
blowing them out of the water?
no, I would definitely say it was in the middle
Okay.
because yeah, there was a guy in my like bracket. He was hitting like 350 on like deadlift and like he
Wow.
was hitting he squatted like 300 pounds.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah, and then bench he hit like 250.
Oh man. Yeah, my trainer
Yeah.
my trainer lifts numbers like that, and he's like, "You can do it too." And I was like, I don't know about that. Maybe one day you and I could get together and you could train and give me some pointers on how to hit that heavy deadlift, because I always end up screwing up my back somehow. Maybe you could coach
Yeah.
me up. You be my coach. That'll be good. That'll be good. We could lift together one day. Cool.
Yeah,
So
I definitely love Special Olympics.
yeah, what is it about the Special Olympics that you love so much that you want the people to know about it?
Doesn't matter like what age you are, what your disability,
Hmm.
or like how old you are. Everyone will always cheer for you.
That's really cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool, and that's kind of what I was getting to earlier about the way things are kind of crazy in the world, and the opportunity for people to support one another in different ways, right? I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday about the first time, because I was telling her how excited I was about this podcast that we were having. And I was telling her about the first time that you and I met. And I remember it was after that Defy Onslaught show. It was in Portland. And there was like a meet and greet kind of hangout with the wrestlers at that arcade bar place across the street. I can't even remember the name. Do you remember
Quarter
the name of
world.
that place? Quarter World? Is that what it was? Quarter World. I got to go back there. It was really cool. And I was just kind of sitting there minding my business. My daughter was off with her friend, and I just sat down, and you were sitting right there too, and turned and smiled and struck up a conversation and talked about wrestling and talked about the show and all the cool stuff that we saw. And you were really nice to me that day. And I never told you how much that meant to me, because I was kind of, on my own a little bit. My daughter that I came with ran off with her friend, but you were really nice and cool. So thank you for being friendly to me and for being a friend over the last couple of years, Thomas. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're definitely welcome.
Yeah. I get excited every time I see you at a show, because I know that you got that awesome smile and that awesome friendly disposition, and that a lot of people don't get to experience that very much. And it sounds like even in the Special Olympics, being supportive of one another, everybody going out there and just trying and doing their best, and really cheering each other on. It really matters to the athletes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think for the people that are watching and listening, an opportunity to go out and support Special Olympics, either supporting it financially, go out and volunteer, like you said, and I want to talk with you more about that when the time comes on how to get involved with that. Would be really cool. But how about this? How about we switch a little bit away from the Special Olympics and talk a little pro wrestling? Are you cool with that?
Yes, talk away.
All right, cool. So we haven't had the opportunity to go to any wrestling shows here in Portland. And goodness gracious, I want to say since that last Prestige show, I can't remember the month, but it's been going on close to 2 years, I think. What have you been watching? What have you been doing to keep up on your wrestling since everything's been going closed?
Just YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and AEW definitely, and WWE, Ring of Honor, trying to stay in touch with it.
Okay. So you're a fan of all wrestling promotions, it sounds like, across the board, just like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you watching any New Japan Pro Wrestling these days?
Not too much because I don't have the network.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. I was following Jet Knight, because he's wrestling for New Japan down in LA, out of the LA dojo. And it was cool to see him perform at Defy shows, and to see him around Defy shows, and now to see him wrestling guys like Kenta and cats like that we've seen on WWE programming. It's really neat to know somebody that's actually making it big, doing it like that.
Right.
That's really cool. Who's your favorite wrestler right now?
Wrestler right now,
Yeah.
I would definitely say Darby Allin. We met him at Defy.
Correct. Yep. Darby's
Yeah,
really
and
cool.
watching him like there live is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, Jet Knight, I seen him at the Harvey's Comedy Club show.
Oh, okay. At DOA.
Yes.
Yep.
I
think, you
seen
know
him
what?
wrestle there once.
I think that was the last time that DOA show might have been the last show in Portland, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the show that Danica was at too, right?
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, because I remember I was there. I was working her merch table for her there, and I remember Jet was there. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I saw that you posted a picture not too long ago of you with Alex Zane, and I know he's in NXT right now, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you?
Really nice guy.
Okay, I never had a chance to meet him, but I saw him perform over at Prestige before, but I haven't had a chance to talk to him. Are you following what's going on in the rumors that are going on right now with AEW?
About CM Punk?
Yeah, man.
Yes. Yeah. And Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
CM Punk's in-ring debut again would be really nice to see because, everyone hasn't seen CM Punk in forever.
Yep.
Even at indie shows, people are even chanting CM Punk.
Oh, I know, right? Were you a CM Punk fan when he was in WWE?
Yes.
Yeah,
I definitely liked him.
I got a kick out of CM Punk. I was kind of daydreaming the other day, and I was like, how cool would it be? So they have this show, this AEW show that they're starting called Rampage, and they're advertising the first show is called The First Dance, right? So everybody's getting all these different ideas and all these rumors and whatnot. And how cool would it be for his wife, AJ, to come out first, right? Even just skip down the ramp, skip around the ring and leave, and then his music would hit. Dude, Thomas, that would be so dope. That would be so cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool promo that Darby Allin hit.
Right?
Yeah, to call him out.
Yeah. And people generally don't do that for nothing, right? It would be really, really cool to see. I'm excited. I think it's, even though we're in a crazy time right now, Thomas, with the world, as it is, and so much, weird stuff going on, it's really cool time to be a wrestling fan, I think.
Yeah. I definitely enjoyed having the crowds back.
Oh yeah. I was watching some of the Raw and SmackDown shows right after it first quarantined and everybody was locked up and there were no fans, and my wife was watching it and she was like, "That's just really weird." She's not a big wrestling fan like we are, but it's a big difference having the crowds back. Have you watched like any of the SmackDown products since they have the crowds back?
Yes. Yeah. I've been keeping up with it all.
Okay, good, man. Yeah. What do you think about John Cena and Roman Reigns?
I'm still having those thoughts like, what is John Cena doing back? He's trying to be like The Rock. Yeah, like doing the whole Fast and the Furious.
Right.
In movies, and he was like getting on The Rock saying, "You left WWE, now he's back in WWE."
Yeah. You left and went Hollywood, and now he's back, kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah. I just don't know how I feel about him being back.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of the same. It was exciting to see him come back, and it's kind of cool. It's weird to see so many wrestlers getting released and not being able to continue on with the roster. But I guess it's cool because it gives opportunity for guys to go elsewhere, like Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, and now I heard yesterday that Bray Wyatt got released as well.
I was very shocked about that. Yes,
that was a surprise. Where do you think he's going to end up? You got any guesses?
I would want to say he's going to go to AEW because they know that, forgive me, his name is Tony Khan.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony Khan's going to really want him.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
He has a lot to
offer. If I was
offer.
a wrestling promoter, huh?
I said he has a lot to offer, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. He cuts really good promos. He's really good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And from my understanding in the backstage, he was a real cool guy.
Yeah, that'll be kind of cool to see that. See him there with Malachi Black and CM Punk and Bryan Danielson. Yeah. Man, it's gonna be a fun time to be a wrestling fan. And again, with audiences back, it really puts a lot of the emphasis on the presentation and the entertainment and the energy that they get from the crowd. And I guess that's a pretty cool pivot point to get back to the Special Olympics. Having fans in the seats supporting you guys and cheering for the athletes and all the different facets, I'm sure it means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely really fun.
Yeah. What's your if you have like a goal list of what you want to accomplish in the Special Olympics, what would that be?
Well, right now I actually transitioned to basketball, but I would like to hit like 300 on the deadlift.
That would
just
be
because
cool.
in competition, yeah, I've always missed it.
Okay. Do you guys, the Special Olympic athletes, do you guys get medals? Is it a medal system kind of like the traditional Olympic games, or how do they score it? So it's a medal like gold, silver, and bronze?
Silver, bronze, and then like third place ribbon, fourth place ribbon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, are you able to do some training now, some weight training now?
No, not really, because I don't have a gym membership.
Okay. That's a little bit tough. When you said in the fall, so when they go back to in-person competition, are you gonna stick with just the weight training, or are you gonna go for basketball then, or what's your timeline you think for moving into basketball?
So each sports season has a different like 4 or 5 different sports.
Oh, okay.
So in the fall it's volleyball, soccer. Volleyball, soccer, and swimming.
Okay.
And then in the winter time, it's downhill snowboarding.
Wow.
And skiing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's snowshoeing, basketball, and powerlifting.
Okay. So is it year round, or is it just seasonal? Because again, forgive me for being ignorant about it. That's why I'm really glad we're having this conversation. I thought that it was more just like a seasonal thing. Maybe I didn't even know every 4 years, every 2 years, but is it like year round?
Yes.
Oh, well that's like even cooler than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like when you go and you compete like high school.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I got it. And then you travel. So you're on the Portland Special Olympics team. Is that right?
Yeah. Multnomah County.
Multnomah County. Okay. So it's Multnomah County. And who do you guys compete with?
We usually compete against like either Washington County, Marion County, Clackamas County.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, all done by counties.
Oh, I got it. See, now, dude, that makes a lot of sense now, because I was thinking, okay, Park Rose, know where Park Rose is. It's not the biggest place, but I guess if you're doing it by county, then that makes sense. How many athletes are on each county's team, give or take? Any ideas?
Because they actually break it up in skill levels.
Okay.
Yeah, so we play I use the softball. I play with it's called Unified.
Okay.
So the coaches play with us on our team.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
Yeah. And then we got A level, and then we have the B level, and then we got the guys that very young, don't really just want to play, but don't really want to compete.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And is it the same for basketball season and all the other seasons, swimming and stuff like that, skill level, kind of see where you are?
Yes.
Okay, nice, dude. Yeah, I got a lot more research to do, because this is really intriguing to me, because when I had the concept of the podcast, I started thinking about how we kind of go through life and don't necessarily take the time to engage with things we're not too terribly familiar with, and we kind of miss out on a lot, right? I was on your Facebook page the other day looking at some pictures, and you took this awesome picture of, I want to say it was like an orange rose. It was either orange rose, or it was just a really cool picture of a rose. And the fact that you saw that rose and decided to take that picture and share it with the world said a lot to me about you, about the way you view things and see things. And sometimes to stop in the hustle and bustle and all the craziness of what we have to do every day, right? Jobs and work and family and friends and all that stuff, pro wrestling, the things that matter. But to take a moment and look for something that can enrich us and make us better human beings, by having cool conversations like this, I think is a benefit. And that's why I really wanted to launch this podcast. I wanted to have conversations with people that I found interesting, because I want to know more about my brothers and sisters and in this human experiment and this experience that we all go through, and to learn more about people, learn more about things I don't know about, like Special Olympics. You've been kind enough to really shine the light on that, and it gives me a lot more desire to go and learn some more and figure out how I could support you awesome athletes and cats like you, and just see some good all-out competition. That's really cool, man. So I want to thank you for that.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you asking and talking to me about this.
Yeah, is there anything that you want the people that are watching or listening to know about Special Olympics, Special Olympians? Anything you want to share? I'll give you like the last few minutes, however much time you want to take, just to express what's on your heart.
Yeah, so our president of our Special Olympics, her name's Britt, and she always talks about how she was at the World Games, and there's a bocce player. He's 104 years old.
What?
Yeah, that's what she said. He's 104.
Wow.
He still plays.
Playing bocce?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And like another really amazing thing was softball. There was a guy, he was playing with us, and he only had like one leg.
Wow. And he was still out there playing.
Yep, and he was just like killing it.
That's amazing. What does that tell you about competition and the spirit of competition in people?
You know, it tells me that like nothing will stop somebody. They will always keep going.
Yeah.
And they just love to compete and just looks like have some fun.
Yeah. And why not, right? That's what I always look at. Like, why not? You could find, I guess, that older gentleman that was playing bocce could find any reason to not go out there, but it looks like he identified a reason to go out there. And for your president, Britt, to share that story with you, and then for you to in turn share it with me and with us, is a really cool thing. It's motivation for me, right? To think about the softball player with one leg. I mean, some people would say, hey, I have a headache, I can't do it, or I'm tired, I can't do it. But this individual, through the story that you shared, is showing that if you want to do it, nothing's really going to stop you but you. If it's a physical thing, whatever it is, if you want to get out there, compete, and exactly like you said, have some fun, that's the most important thing. That's what I take from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So tell the people one more time how we can follow and get more information on the Special Olympics. I want to make sure they hear it from the man, Tomas himself, and then I'll post the card at the tail end.
Yes, you could either donate or volunteer on soar.org.
Okay.
And they're always looking for people to volunteer, and we're always looking for donations.
Awesome. And you said SOAR, and it's SOOR.
Yes,
.org.
.org.
Okay. What do the letters stand for?
Special Olympics Oregon.
Awesome. Special Olympics Oregon. SOOR.org. So that's the way you can get some more information, brothers and sisters, on the Special Olympics, on donating your time, your resources, and have an opportunity to hopefully have a cool conversation with somebody like my buddy Tomas right here. Man, Tomas, thank you so much again for taking the time. I know you're really busy. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you. And hopefully we'll get to see each other again soon in person. I'll have this episode of the CloudCity Converse podcast released this coming Sunday at 1 o'clock. So I'll put together some marketing material. I'll do some editing and whatnot this weekend, and then I'll send it out so that way you can share it and all your followers can check it out. And hopefully we can maybe together draw up a little bit more awareness of Special Olympics and get some support to come out and see these awesome athletes compete, and just be happy. Be happy. That's all I want. I just want to be. That's why I said I wanted to get that smile, man, because that smile brightens up my day. So, brother, thank you for that. And I always end my podcast the same way, no matter who my guest is, because I'm such a big Star Wars and Lando fan. So, just like Lando said in Empire Strikes Back, Tomas Seeger, my friend, you, sir, truly belong here with us amongst the stars. So thank you, brother. God bless you. And I hope to see you again real soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks, man.